Hey strangers. Oh, I feel like my arm just clicked while I did that. I don't really understand what my hair is doing. Let's just pretend that it looks normal and great. I have been extremely busy. I feel like there's like an undercurrent of busy that has come back into my life that I did miss when I was living in Indiana, but just like plays a different role. It just occupies every moment. And I had a lovely moment on Saturday where I had not that many hours. I had like 5 or 6 hours, but I just read books. I finished a reread of Motherhood by Sheila Heti, which has been a truly transformative book for me, I have to say. I have to think about it a bit more still before I talk about it more, but it's been just phew, for me. And then I read all of Release by Patrick Ness, who I recently did an event with, and I absolutely loved Release. And I'd had it in the US and I hadn't been able to read it yet, and I got it out of my library, which is stocked with all these brilliant books and has really helpful staff, and I'm just like in love with my local library, and I've been getting so many books out there at any given time, way more than I could possibly read. Then I also started another book, and it was just such a nice like few hours of focusing on reading and nothing else. I needed it so much. I felt like I'd been given a new soul or something, because it has been a busy summer full of wonderful things, wonderful opportunities, so much incredible travel and so on. But it's also been quite a heavy summer. There's been a lot of big news for me and for the people that I love. It's been really hard at points, really light-hearted at points. It's been these big ups and downs personally and yeah, in my broader circles. So I didn't really realise, I don't think, like how much a toll it had taken on me, because I'm so used to like snapping back into it and being like, no, everything's fine. And I think a lot of the time that's part of where I fall down again and again, is this need to present like, oh well, that problem has been solved and I've moved on, or I'm managing the situation now, because so much of both my personal and my professional relationships have historically been built around me fulfilling the needs of whoever needs anything and anticipating their needs and fulfilling them to a T. And this year it kind of got to the point where like I wasn't able to do that anymore, and I felt like everything had fallen apart because of that, where in reality it was just trying to listen a bit more to someone else's needs, who happened to also have been in the room the entire time, this girl, and balancing that and working around that, and yeah, and working that out in some way, shape and form. So it's been a big few months. They've been brilliant, they've been terrible, and everything in between, and it's meant that I haven't had as much time as I wanted to make things for myself, but I'm also actively kind of interrogating that and wondering, you know, what kinds of things it is that I want to make, because some days I want to make videos and other days I want to write more, and third days I want to make everything, and I just frankly do not have enough hours in the day to do maybe more than one. I feel like I'm coming to that realization that the heroine of every airport paperback comes to you, of like, you simply can't do it all. Having those moments to just do something like read and remember why I love it and why it's so important. Not that I'd forgotten, but just that like I'd forgotten it could do this particular thing for me. Like it could calm my brain in this particular way, that it could really take me on that particular level of thought and block everything else out in that way, because I'd been fitting it in between an hour or so in the morning, or on the tube a little bit, but like maybe for 20 minutes at most, or like while I'm waiting for someone to arrive, like all of these bits and pieces. Having that concentrated time to just read is in itself extremely valuable, and yeah, and just for me reminded me why it's important to dedicate that time to myself, finding some way to accept that it has been a tricky summer, as many summers are, and also that I'm sad that it's over, because it's also been a wonderful summer and now it's getting colder, and as we well know, I don't like the cold and I don't like the dark, and so I don't know. I'll work it out, it's fine. There's lots of good things happening this autumn and winter too. I find myself getting a little dreary around these times. That's not necessarily where I wanted to go with this, but who knows. My hard drive is full because I have so many unedited videos, and while I won't promise that you'll see a lot of them this month, hopefully it won't be quite as long until we talk to each other again. But I'd love to hear from you in comments, and I hope you've all been keeping extremely well, and I'll speak to you soon.